recently bought one of these DeWalt 14-inch string trimmers, and mainly bought it because it uses the same 20-volt batteries that I have, but also because this one folds in half, so it would be easy to transport it around with a simple bend in the middle there where that hinge will take it and fold it right in half. So let's get this out of the box and put together and give it a run. Here's everything you get in the box. You get the unit that's folded in half. The head's already mounted on it. It's already loaded with some trimmer line. It's a .080 diameter line, which is kind of thin. You also get the guard. You get the handle, which you'll need to assemble onto the unit. And you get a Allen wrench. That's used for these 4 bolts that attach the handle to the shaft. And you get 2 screws here that are used in here. These 2 screws go right into this part here that shield you from getting hit by debris that's spinning around. That's all the components. Looks like a pretty quick installation. Let's put it together and check it out. So we got the handle and the guard installed, and one thing to notice on this, to action it, you're going to push this with your thumb. It's like a safety, and then you're going to squeeze the trigger, and then you can let go with your thumb. It'll hold it in place, so you just need to hold the trigger. Also, there's a choice you have here of low versus a high speed setting here, low and high. So you just move this switch accordingly to whatever speed you want the turning to happen at. It's also got variable speed triggers, so as you're pulling in power, you can adjust this and have a varying amount of speed coming through the system. Nice thing is it uses your standard batteries from DeWalt. They recommend at least a 4 amp hour or larger because you won't get a lot of runtime otherwise. And they fit in here with a lot of extra space because these are the standard smaller size. Now you can get their larger batteries, those flex volts. Those will work. And then I also got this third-party battery. This is a 9 amp hour at 20 volts. And it's a lot bulkier than the originals. As you can see here, when that plugs in, it does take up more space in the cavity here. And this will give us more runtime with a 9 amp hour load. So with the battery in it, here's what it looks like in terms of balance. It's definitely weighted more in the front, and by just holding with my left hand the handle here and you just pushing down, then you've really got a pivot point here to do your work without having to really grab it too hard. So it definitely fits well into your grip here and allows you to maneuver it without having a lot of force to be holding right onto it. You just can kind of pivot it like this. So I think it's going to be less fatiguing to use this than some other weed eaters that I've had before. And then the trigger pull, again, just push the safety here like this, and then the trigger can be released. Go ahead and give it a try and check it out on some grass. That was all on low speed. I bumped it a few times to see how it fed, and it did a good job. Fed right out. You could hear it whacking the cutter. There's a metal cutter right here that takes excess lines, and the bump's easy. You can really feel the fact that you did bump it enough, and it came right out as expected. I will say that this guard is pretty minimal. I was getting hit with a lot of grass, so you're going to be wearing boots and not wearing tennis shoes and socks like me when you're using this. You're going to be wearing some long pants. But yeah, it's a minimalist kind of guard. It does help so you can see better, but it's a 14-inch cut, so if the guard was a little bit larger, you might not get as much debris thrown back up at you. So hey, I hope this video was helpful, and I hope the information was useful to you, and as always, I hope you have a great day.